So in Blackpool today, bit of a evening, nice and quiet. At least the sun's going down. It looks really nice. Can't say I get out all the time, but just to be able to get out today has been a nice change. Just starting these at the moment, wondering if anything might come of it, but who knows? Wait and see. This is Blackpool Tower. Just underneath the tower is the comedy carpet. It'd be good for some people. I don't think anybody's ever read it all. I'd be very surprised if they have. A lot of people use it as something nice and smooth to walk on, or even scooters or bikes. But it's been here a while and it holds up well. Lots of names. I wonder if anybody actually knows who any of them are. I've never recognised any of these. So we're at the moment, obviously we're in front of the tower, between North and Central Pier. It has been a while since I've been down here. But we're going for a walk and we'll see where things go. I think one of the most famous things in Blackpool that's ever been remembered, especially by me, was Coral Island, which is still here today. There's lots of competitors and there's lots of other ones getting similar sized. But of course Coral Island has always been the biggest from what I remember coming on holiday here as a child. One of the new things put in maybe a year ago or so, I assumed it was for the air show and busy periods to stop the issues coming into Blackpool, but of course issues can be any time these days. At least there's enough room. At least you can get through easy enough. And they've got access for works vans and whatnot if they need them. This is Coral Island front entrance. This is what I always remember. On the other side there's the RNLI. This is where they're based in Blackpool. They're always valued and well known around here, purely by the fact that they save a lot of people from the issues out in sea, whether it's people out on boats or stuck because the tides come in without realising. I'm sort of in the central area still. This side we've got the Sea Life Centre. As everybody will know with Blackpool, there's always the trams. They've always been very popular for the old ones, which is a possibility that they might not be in the same, what was I saying? They might not be staying due to Rigby Road having issues and I believe supposedly demolishing the building. So hopefully not, or hopefully they actually put somewhere for what people want. But who knows these days. But this is a Central Pier. Just getting to it now. That sunset just at the pier looks beautiful. So this is probably one of my first videos. I'm not entirely sure yet if it's going to go up. but we'll see how things go. Plenty of good things to do if you're I mean, yeah, you've got cities where there's always things to do, but this is a smaller town. Things are in a smaller area. It means that travel's easier to go and do different things, whether it's by yourself, families. A bit more work's being done at the central pier just to get ready for the season. We've got one of the Blackpool trams heading up towards Fleetwood via North Station. They've made them all a lot bigger on decoration and advertisement rather than just Blackpool Transport's colours. This is the other side of Central Pier. It's a totally new thing, this camera. Thought I'd give it a go and just try and get out when I can. I'm sure nobody actually knows who I am yet, and I've not actually introduced me. But I'm not the easiest to be able to get out all the time. I do have issues with moving around. I try and get out when I can, but today I've managed to get on the bus. I've managed to come into town and I'm going to do a bit of walking. Hey, that looks awesome. I don't think I'd ever been able to do that. That would be cool. I imagine in the first little step forward I'd fall onto my face. Hiya. People are all really nice if you just speak, as that guy did with the dog. Never seen him before. I didn't even look. I looked up and he saw me and he said hello. Started to realise after watching some of my favourites that give me the idea of actually going out when I can and just speaking to people when you can actually just improves things to the fact that people are nice. I don't know if you can hear it, but generally speaking, at the very least when I'm walking around, I do have my walking stick just to try and make things a little bit better. It sounds like the seagulls are always about. Touch wood. I've not had any white stuff on me since I was a child. I hope to think it's just because I'm lucky. I think some people say if a bird poos on you, it's luck. I think we'll stop walking for a little bit. Oh, that was bad timing, I might not make it round there. I was just going to get on one of these trams, go a bit further south. If I can, I will. If not, we'll see. Still on the tram at the moment. We are at St Chad's Road. Just about to get off the tram now, Burlington Road West. Just to have a walk around and see what we can see. So, don't want to speak overly loud while I'm on the tram. So I'm wondering if they still actually hear me. It's one of the first times that I've used it, but I'll give it a go. This is Burlington Road West. For tram enthusiasts, this is tram 003, heading towards Stargate. So I have lived in Blackpool quite a while. Previously, before that, I was in Scotland. Then I lived in Peterborough. Then I've moved up to Blackpool. Moved back and forwards to some other places, but decided that Blackpool's one of the favourite places. Just for the fact that you've got plenty to do. Plus there's family all around. Promenade's always a very nice walk, if you're able. The fact that it's just so level, accessibility is amazing. But right here, We have the big one. Used to be called Pepsi Max. I believe now it's just called the big one. I can only ever imagine it was sponsored by them. But the roller coaster's been there a long time. I'm interested to know. This is the next tram coming down to Stargate. This is one of the structures on the promenade. I'm not entirely sure what anything is these days. I'm still heading southbound on the promenade. I was just interested to see how far we could go on foot and see where we can go. The great thing about Blackpool on the promenade, if you get tired, you can just get on a tram. What time are we on at the moment? We're on 20 to 6 in the evening. Walking down by the promenade and the sun's setting, and I think it just looks amazing. It's not all the time I get out, but just to be able to see is always pretty good. This is what I've always known as the disco ball. I'm sure it's got a proper name. It's got the lights that shine on it, and it rotates, and it's always been really nice. Disco ball with the sunset right underneath. Looks really nice. So I am still walking at the moment. By the way, hi, I'm Dan. I live in Blackpool. I'm not the most accessible, but I do try when I can. But I don't know what else much to say. I do have sunglasses on a lot of the time. I'll try and take them off when I can so you can actually see me. But due to my issues, I don't have the best of... I do have issues with light. So we're just walking off the promenade at the moment. Let's see where we can go next. I think we'll head down the back of the pleasure beach. Perhaps we'll go a slightly different way actually. That's the sun starting to go down a little bit more. Great view. I'm not sure exactly how good it's going to be on this camera. This is the Big Blue Hotel. It used to be one of the best. Now they've got an even better one beside it. But it is that bit more expensive. Now we come round to the back of the big one. I think underneath that is the Big Dipper. I do apologise if I do get things wrong remembering. As I've said, I don't have the best of memory, but we'll try and see what we can do. If I need to fix things, I'll try and put a comment below. If I do make issues and I've forgotten something or I've said something wrong, then feel free, definitely comment, let me know, as well as give me some ideas of what else I can go see in Blackpool, or even some surrounding areas when I'm able to do so. I think Fleetwood, St Anne's, Lytham, they're all in my head to go and have a look around, but itself, Blackpool is humongous. Things like the zoo itself inside could take a long time to walk around. Then you've got things like Stanley Park with the big lake and lots of flower gardens all around, as long as a cafe. I want to try and be positive for around here, along with anywhere else I go. So we'll see what we can find and then we'll go from there. On some days I'm try filming, I might see more than what I imagined. On other days I might just see nothing, at which point I might just have a chat about where I am. I might find a nice somewhere to sit down. That's always a good thing. Still at the back of the pleasure beach, walking around. This is the Nickelodeon Streak, the big wooden orange coaster. I'm surprised it's not been painted in a while. I know they're doing work on other roller coasters along with a new ride. But they do a lot of new things and they do some good stuff in the Pleasure Beach. It's always been something I've been having fun at. And just down the road is the racing trains. I can't think of the name off the top of my head. Might post that one below as well, unless I can think of it. Basically, it's two trains that race alongside each other, and one of them gets back first. Can't say I've ever been on the winning one. I've always been on the losing one. But the ride itself is good. It's nothing about winning or losing. That's just a different fun side to it. Alright, we're still walking behind the Pleasure Beach. We just got up to halfway, at which point there is a road that runs down through the middle. Can't go too far into it, but this is the train that runs inside the Pleasure Beach. Even if you've got a ticket with no rides, you can go on this train. They've got accessibility features, and it runs quite well round underneath some roller coasters. It's quite a nice little sit down and go around for, I don't know, maybe 10-15 minutes. Still walking underneath. Right down to the beach, or the promenade. This is one of the newest roller coasters that they've done. It's the building for it at the very least, and then there's the drop around the right hand side at the top. Icon, that's what it's called. Right, now we're getting to the very end of this tunnel, back out onto the promenade. That's where traffic will get a little bit more. People going up and down the straight line. And half of me imagines it's because people want to just view the nice scenery and all the tourism. But of course it's also one of the straightest roads around here, making it a lot easier. But yeah, from here, the tram goes all the way to Stargate, then all the way up to Fleetwood. Obviously it's not going to go everywhere that you want to go, all the people that are trying to get. But of course it means it's great for tourism, it's great for people who are able to get to and from the promenade, then be able to just move on from there. Today I managed to get on the bus into town, and I got on the tram, come for a bit of a walk, and we'll see what happens next. I don't imagine that I'm going to be doing much more today, but we'll see what things can get. See what we can do. That's another one of the favourites that I can see now, is the Sandcastle water park. I think I've only been to it once or twice, but there's plenty of big slides and smaller ones, and there's a wave pool, as well as a bit that you can sort of get on a rubber dinghy and just go for a ride around. And round to the main entrance of the Pleasure Beach now. Some doors broken, I think, there, but I'm sure it'll be something that'll get fixed. But yeah, this is the entrance to Blackpool Pleasure Beach. We got some bits on for Evolution of Magic and Ride into the Night, along with Alice Frozen in a Wonderland of Dreams. Yeah, going a little bit further up the promenade, right past the casino. In front of us we've got the newest Wetherspoons in Blackpool. It's been here quite a few years now. Velvet coaster. It's one of the favourites for things like air show and perhaps even the fireworks, because of the fact that they've got the massive balcony at the top at the front. which of course makes the best seats for next to the promenade with entertainment. Still sat outside, enjoying a lot less noise than inside. I'm not the greatest with noise, so quieter spaces, but nice space is always good. That gym went down nicely, so now I've had that, I might go for a little walk. I've had a rest, so let's see where things go now. I might just go see if I can find a tram and see where I can go next. Like another thing coming to Blackpool for application for planning permission for an upside down house. Quite often used to see them in different places. I think the last time I saw it personally was in Manchester at a Trafford Centre. But might be something different to come see. It is very quiet in Blackpool, but it's the 3rd of March, so it's expected. Just at the tram stop now. There's the tram coming in. Just gonna jump on and see where we can get. So just back on the tram at the moment, heading northbound towards the trip, towards town centre. We'll see where things go from here. So back into the town centre at the moment. Just got off the tram. I can't imagine I'm going much further today. I imagine I'll get off the tram and then I'll go find a bus to go back home. But to be underneath the tower, all the lights on, shining a nice blue with a big love heart in the middle. Yeah, just walking along the dark promenade at the moment. I don't know how good this light is on here. Work out if I need to change things to the night mode. We'll see where things go. It's always tempted me for the electric scooters, but I'm pretty sure they are not allowed. There's Blackpool Tower from the front. Just underneath at the moment with a big love heart light. But again, just walking over the comedy carpet. Let's see if we can find anything that I would assume is actually classed as funny. I had a ploughman's lunch the other day. He wasn't half mad. Now that maybe I can kind of find that funny. That's sort of probably to nobody else. If anybody's got any better jokes, feel free to tell me. I can't say I'm very good at giving them out, but give me what you can. Cross back over the tram tracks. Back over the road, back into the town centre. At the top of this bit is the Winter Gardens, which has some of the big shows going on. I don't often get to many, but I know for a fact Britain's Got Talent often goes there. And I believe I went to one towards the end of last year called Tim Minchin. It was a good show, I'm glad I went. Now getting back into the side of the town centre, which all the buses are likely to be at. So just head back to the buses and we'll see when we can get back home. Walking to the buses now, so I say thank you to all who are actually watching. If you can like and share this, it'll aim to try and get this a bit further out there and we can see where things can go from there. I want to thank you for watching and we'll see where things go from here. Any ideas, let me know. Thank you.